Okay, this is a 2017 Infiniti Q50. I helped this customer a couple of days ago making a door key for him, and his key fob was working intermittently. Sometimes it was working, sometimes it wasn't, so he had the key not detected on the dashboard. We replaced the battery, it worked a little bit, it didn't work, and then all of a sudden now the key won't work anymore, according to what the customer told me. And so it doesn't operate anything. The customer think the key could be out of programming. Personally, I don't see keys going out of programming. I told him the key was probably on its last leg, and it would probably need a new key. So what I'm going to do is, on this particular Infiniti Q50, it uses two different frequencies. I don't know why Infiniti did this. Some of these Infiniti use 315 and others use 434 megahertz. I don't have a 315, and this unfortunately is an Infiniti that works on the 315 frequency. Therefore, I won't try to program my 434 on it, because if I do, then the proximity function won't work. So what I did is I use XORs to generate this smart key. It's 315 and it's made for this car. If the file is good, everything should work. So the customer can use this key to move his car and everything. And meanwhile, I'm going to order a 315 frequency for his Infiniti Q50 and then reprogram it to it. This is a service that I do to some customers who give me repeat business. So let's go ahead and try to program this with Lonsdor K518 FCV. All right, let's go. So first, I'm gonna make sure that I have my mobile hotspot on. All right, so the hotspot was already on in my car behind us, but so it was already on. I did not pay attention to it. Voltage is kind of low, but for a Nissan, it wouldn't matter. I had a customer lately saying that I could destroy a module programming this. It just never happens. So we're going to do mobilizer, Infiniti, and we are going to select from vehicle and North America, and we're looking for Q50, and so this is a 17, so it's going to be here, and we are going to say program smart key. This is my first time using Lonsdor on this vehicle. I've been using the Lonsdor lately to see how it performs and how reliable it is on vehicles. Turn on the emergency light, turn the ignition off. The emergency light is already on. I knew that, so I went ahead and I turned it on. So I'm going to say okay. All keys will be deleted. That's normal with Nissan systems. All keys get deleted and reprogrammed. So I'm going to try to reprogram this key, just because the customer think that it may be out of programming. If it takes it, great, I would learn something. If it doesn't take it, then that's what I really expect. So I'm going to say okay here. Okay, do not step on the brake. Hold down the start button until the ignition switch on. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so the ignition is on. All right, let's go ahead and click on that. I'm going to turn off the fan because, all right, turn the ignition off. Nissan and Infiniti, you want to pay attention to the security light. It's going to flash 5 times. So I'm going to say okay. Use one smart key logo position to click on the start button. Immediately keep the button close to the ignition for 10 seconds. So I'm going to use the X-Horse, and I'm going to leave it here. If it's detected, so it's flashing 5 times over there. I hope you have seen it. It was right there, flashing 5 times. So I'm going to say okay. Switch ignition off. Okay. Do you want to program next key maybe? I will say yes. So we can try to program this. Okay. I'm going to do that. Click and leave it here. And so it doesn't detect it. It doesn't detect it, meaning this key is really dead and it's not going to work. So I'm just going to say okay. Ignition is already off. I'm just gonna say okay again. So I'm expecting only one key to be registered in the car because it's going to tell me to seal the programming with the first key used. So I'm going to say program next key. I'm gonna say no now. Click the start button with the first key. So once I do that, okay, this 5 beep right there is supposed to tell you that the programming is complete because of this buzzer. So I'm going to say okay. The ignition, setting the ignition off, it was never on. I'm just going to say okay. Okay, now let's check and find out if it took this one at least. If it didn't, I'm just going to do the procedure with this only and everything should work. So let's try the remote function first. That did not work. And let's try this. So that don't work. So I'm going to go ahead and do the procedure again with this key only, and then I'm expecting then that everything will be okay. So back at it, I'm gonna use this program smart key. Okay, yes. Okay, so it seems like the car is stuck in programming mode because it will not now connect. Okay, so back at it after trying a few things here. Lonsdor didn't have a specific function to get it out of programming. I believe KM100 has it. I just didn't bring it. I didn't bring my IM508 either. So what I did is I used the functional key and I did press the button on and off several times until it says on the board here that the steering log registration was complete, or it said something about, you know, which basically means that it got out of programming mode. So I think at this time we are able to reprogram those keys. So I gave the customer his key back. I told him his key is now functional. It will not be able to come in there. This confirms that keys don't go out of programming. The key is bad or is not the right key. So let's go ahead and do this again. Infiniti type. I like to do it from the vehicle. North America, Q50, 16 to 18. Now let's see if it takes it. Turn the emergency light, open and close drive door. All keys will be deleted, all right? Okay, you see, now we are able to step back in. So this time we are going to program only one key. I just, you know, while doing different things, I just generated another X-Horse to try to program this one to see what I could do with it, you know, in case this one would cause problem. But anyway, this is still working. This is a key of the same type, so I'm gonna go ahead and just program one of these and leave it with the customer. So I'm gonna problem. If the car has been sitting, it's not gonna cause mechanical problem. Yeah, it was just
Complications with
the other key that
signal,
caused that
right.
problem. So I removed this key from the system, and then I generated this again, and program everything. So the proximity function is not working, but the key is able to start the vehicle. So you're gonna use this for now, and then when your key arrives, then I come and program the other key. Everything will be 100%.
Okay.